Hello everybody, this is RRPG here, and welcome to another episode of RRPG Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. In today's episode, we are picking up where we left off, and as you can see, we're finally back in Traverse Town, which we're going to explore a little bit, and then we are going to close things off before we have to make our way back to Hollow Bastion. But anyway, let's get on with this episode that's already in progress, shall we? And as you can tell, since we have come back to Traverse Town, that you can see that the Heartless have all changed. This is right after we have left Hollow Bastion and when Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, came free. As you can tell, the Heartless that were coming out of the keyhole, they were a lot stronger ones. So, yes, as you can tell, or as you're about to see, we are going to be fighting stronger Heartless in all of the worlds. Most of them are just repeats. Basically, they are mostly, you know, Dark Balls, Defenders, Wyverns, Wizards, and all that. So yeah, it's mostly the stronger ones that we saw at Hollow Bastion that are going to appear within all the worlds mostly. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up with, and I was kind of hinting at this for a while, is when we completed all the worlds and we came back to here a third time, that all the Heartless are a lot stronger now. Now the reason for that is that in this game, if you know, when you get to the second set of worlds, is that there is a part where you can actually choose one path that will take you to Neverland, where you would want to get the second half of that navigational gummy piece or Navi gummy piece, and you brought it back to Traverse Town for Sid to install, and then you immediately went straight to Hollow Bastion. Then you can immediately go straight to Hollow Bastion instead of visiting some of those other worlds that you haven't visited yet. But the deal is that if you visited Hollow Bastion and you completed it the first time around, then when you went to those other worlds that you did not visit yet, the enemies and the bosses that you would go up against would be a lot stronger than, you know, what you fought before, you know, before you went to Hollow Bastion for the first time. So yeah, if you went through all those worlds before going to Hollow Bastion, then, if you didn't go to any of those worlds before going to Hollow Bastion, or after you went to Hollow Bastion, or, dang, if you went to those some of those worlds that you didn't visit yet, but you did it right after you visit Hollow Bastion, then all those worlds would have stronger Heartless and, stronger statistics for the Heartless and for the bosses, too. So, yeah, there's quite a number of, variables in terms of the, the stats for the enemies that you fight against in this game. So yeah, there was a bit of change in scenario. I'm not sure if it changes some of the dialogue or some of the things within the storyline, but from what I know, it does change the worlds with the strength of the enemies and whatnot. So yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to bring up, is that if you went to the worlds, you know, after you went to Hollow Bastion, if you did not go to them the first time, then everything would have been changed in terms of the scenario. Well, you know, the ones that involve the main characters, but I don't think the regular scenarios, you know, that involve the Disney characters will change. But in terms of, like, the Heartless and some of the scenarios that involve the main characters in this game, you know, like Sora and Riku, they probably would have changed. And, you know, if you went to Monstro after you went to Hollow Bastion, if you did not go there the first time, then yeah, you probably wouldn't even see Riku. So, yeah, lots of variables with the scenarios and the difficulty based on the worlds, you know, depending on what Heartless are in there and such. Okay, here we are talking to Sid, and he's telling us that we cannot even go back to Hollow Bastion with the current way that we're going, but we need to find a navigational gummy piece that will actually help us get around the pathway that will take us to bring us to a shortcut that will lead us to Hollow Bastion in the back way. And he tells us that there is a navigational gummy in the secret waterway, one that's completed. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now. And oh, hey, there's some wyverns. And I will tell you right now, you know, with this world, this is probably one of the best worlds you can grind up to level 100. And I'll be doing that off screen quite a bit, right after we get to the world before, you know, we have to face the final boss, which we won't even get to right away. But yeah, I'll be doing some grinding outside of that, so that way you can, so that way I can be strong enough to show you some, show you some of the boss fights that are really hard to do at, the particular levels that we're at right now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fight some more of these Heartless, and then I think we're gonna make our way over to the secret waterway, which is just behind the hotel, if you don't remember, and that's where we saw Leon practicing his swordsmanship while Aerith was there, just keeping him company. And that's where they told us about needing to go talk to Sid about the navigational gummy pieces, and to for us to go to the magician study to learn about the well, they didn't necessarily say about the magician study, but they just told us to go visit Sid if, I mean, not if, but to go visit Sid to learn about the navigational gummy. And speaking of Disney games, I remember I keep telling you that I'm getting a Super Nintendo for Christmas, but I got a couple games that I'm getting for Christmas. One of them is Killer Instinct, but the other game that I'm getting is actually a Disney game, and it's made by Capcom, and it's actually Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse on the Super Nintendo. So I'm actually getting pretty excited about that, and it should help me, play that game the right way. I mean, I've been playing that game for quite a bit, and it just doesn't feel the same without playing it on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, I'm gonna be having lots of fun with that, and I'm gonna see if I can try to track down a copy of The Great Circus Mystery, which is actually supposed to be the sequel to Magical Quest, and it was also made by Capcom. And I think I also want to find some of those others like Aladdin and the Goof Troop Super Nintendo game, because I know Shinji Mikami had a hand with both Aladdin and Goof Troop in terms of the design and like in terms of the game design and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully I can look for more of those soon. So yeah, so my Super Nintendo collection is being built up already, and I'm just trying to look for some of those ones that I haven't even gotten rid of, because I would like to play those again. And a couple of those ones that I still have on me are Turtles in Time and Sparkster. So it will take some time to find those, but I know they're around here somewhere, so I'm just going to have to be doing some digging. And here we are at the House of the Dalmatians, and they gave us a new item for collecting some more of the Dalmatian puppies, and we got ourselves a ribbon. So I think the ribbon will protect us from all status effects, even though we hardly get status effects in here, but I think it gives us an equal protection on fire, ice, lightning, or thunder, and dark magic. I think that's how it goes. Okay, so we visited the Dalmatian house. Now I think it's time for us to go to the back alley. So that way we can go into the secret waterway where we can hope to find the, where we can hope to find the navigational gummy. Okay, there's a wizard and 4 dark balls. Dark balls? They're no yummy. Dark balls? Yuck! Okay, let's go ahead and defeat those, and there's a couple more wizards that we can lay the smackdown on. And notice that, when we're fighting these enemies, they have higher experience points that we obtain. So it's like their experience points doubled after we defeat them when they're, this strong. So at least with the stronger Heartless, we get more experience points. So that's a good way for us to, grind our characters immensely. Go ahead and take care of the rest of these enemies, and then we'll go in the secret waterway. And since we have the White Trinity ability, where we can, get access to White Trinities, there is one that's in the secret waterway, which I will be showing you very shortly. Now, when we're in the secret waterway, the White Trinities, they mostly just give us pretty rare, single rare items. So here is the first one that comes to us, and let's take a look and see what's inside of here. An Orichalcum. Okay, we talked to Kairi, and she tells us that's a mysterious mural, and it's almost hypnotizing. So let's go over there and check it out. I think it'll be something special that we can look at. Yes, it is! And there's something that's coming to us that's embedded with light. Your guess is as good as mine. It's the Navi Gummy that Sid told us about. So, anyway, let's head back to Kairi and let's talk to her, so that way We can visit with her before we have to head back to Hollow Bastion. Yep, so this is probably our final meeting with her before we have to go save Riku.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, your grandma's story, right?
That's right. We were together.
You know what's funny? I looked everywhere for you, but you were with me all along. Finally, we're together, Kairi. Now, it's time to get Riku back.
You think it'll ever be the same again between us? Riku's lost his...
When I turned into a Heartless, you saved me, remember? I was lost in the darkness. I couldn't find my way. As I stumbled through the dark, I started forgetting things. My friends, who I was. The darkness almost swallowed me. But then I heard a voice. Your voice. You brought me back.
I didn't want to just forget about you, Sora. I couldn't.
That's it. Our hearts are connected. And the light from our hearts broke through the darkness. I saw that light. I think that's what saved me. No matter how deep the darkness, a light shines within. I guess it's more than just a fairy tale.
Well, let's go.
You can't go.
Why not?
Because it's way too dangerous.
Come on, Sora. We made it this far by sticking together. You can't go alone.
Kairi, even if we're apart, we're not alone anymore, right?
I can't help?
You'd kind of be in my way.
Okay. You win. Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me.
Don't worry, I will.
Promise?
Promise.
Don't ever forget. Wherever you go, I'm always with you.
After a short talk with Kairi, with Sora telling her that he and her are never alone, as their hearts are always connected to each other, she gives him her lucky charm, which is in turn a new Keyblade called the Oath Keeper. So we're gonna equip that, and she tells us to bring the lucky charm back to her as soon as we bring Riku back. And we make a promise, and she tells Sora that she's always with him wherever he goes. So that's very nice. So looks like she looks up to Sora more often than she does to Riku, because she knows that Sora is a pure man, or a young boy with a pure heart. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Sid, and he's going to have that Navi Gummy installed for us, or he's going to install it for us, and then after that, we're gonna close off this episode. Yeah, another pretty short episode this week. But you know, we're at a good spot to where we can close it off. So yeah, expect some longer videos to take place after that. I mean, we're gonna be going back to Hollow Bastion anyway, so yeah. Expect some of those videos to be a little bit longer, but I don't think they're going to be as long as we went to Hollow Bastion the first time. I think we're going to be there for a much shorter time because it's a little bit easier. But anyway, alright, we're here at the save point, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to close things off here. So anyway, gamers, next time on RRPG Let's Play with Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. We are going to resume where we left off, and we're going to go back to Hollow Bastion and see if we can try to seal the keyhole that the Heartless are pouring out of, so that way we can save the world of Hollow Bastion, and that way it can try to restore itself back to its original state. So anyway, gamers, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description, and if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. See you guys then.
you.